play. First down at their own 28-yard line. And Elway going to throw on first down into the flat, complete to Terrell Davis, and he's knocked out of bounds. And for those of you just joining us here at Mile High Stadium, the Denver Broncos offense looks like this. Jones, Schlereth, Nalen, Neal, and Harry Swain, left tackle to right tackle on the offensive line. Terrell Davis, Howard Griffith in the backfield, McCaffrey and Rod Smith the wide receivers, and Shannon Sharp the tight end. Gary Kubiak, offensive coordinator. Elway looks one side, goes the other way, and that's incomplete, intended for Davis. And it'll be third down. Take a look now at the Kansas City Chiefs defense. Up front, O'Neal, Barnes, McLaughlin, and Derek Thomas in his first start since the fiasco against these Broncos back in Kansas City. Favors, Edwards, and Davis are the linebackers. In the secondary, Carter and Hasty, the corners. Jerome Woods, Reggie Tung are the safeties. 4 wide receivers on third down.
Kansas City has got what they want. They wanted to get Denver in obvious, long passing situations. That means you got to stop the run.
Elway goes down at the 20-yard line.
And that's why they want to do it. They match up well against this Denver offensive line. They think when it's an obvious passing situation, talking to Gunther Cunningham, the defensive coordinator of the Chiefs, we can put pressure on the quarterback. You saw it on the first drop-back passing attempt by John Elway.
Gunther Cunningham said the thing he wanted to do was jump on this Denver offense early. So Tom Ruin will kick number 87. Tamarick Vanover is deep at his own 35-yard line. And he'll get a chance to return this. He gathers it in at the 36. 45, midfield. And the Chiefs will start with excellent field position. The quarterback is Rich Gannon. And here's his offense. 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions thus far for Gannon. His offensive line looks like this. Parker, Smith, Grunhard, Shields, and Victor Riley. In the backfield, Bam Morris and Kimball Anders as receivers. Rison and Alexander Tony Gonzalez, the tight end. Gannon to throw on first down. Far side, has a man out of bounds. And that is complete to Andre Rison for a pickup of 5. A look now at the Denver defense. And it is a good one and getting better with every game. Neil Smith, Keith Traylor, Trevor Price, and Tanavasa up front. The linebackers, Mobley, Kadrez, Romanowski. In the secondary, the only change there, Tyrone Braxton, subbing for the injured Eric Brown, who misses his 3rd straight start with a groin injury. A quick pass to this side now, and that's complete to Joe Horn. And Horn has enough for a first down for the Chiefs.
That's what the Kansas City Chiefs on offense today, what they would like to do, have their passing game work, get rid of the football quickly because of the good pass rush by the Denver Broncos, but they feel it's a lot easier to throw the ball against the Broncos than it is to run it.
And now Steve Atwater is down on the field.
Now with Eric Brown, one of the other safeties, a rookie safety, he's out. Tyrone Braxton, as you said, Greg, taking his place. Steve Atwater does so many things for the defense, and here he comes in late. Runs into his own guy, and who knows what happened there. But he's a defender where this defense is kind of built around him. He moves around, he's back, he's up in the line, he blitzes. You know, great tackler against the running game.
George Coghill replacing Steve Atwater. First down, Chiefs at the Denver 37. Gannon to throw again. Far side. Has a man, and it's incomplete. Intended for Donnell Bennett. And Atwater now returns to the field.
Well, Rich Gannon's got to feel good the way the game starts. I mean, the first 3 passes, all relatively short. The first 2 he hits, and For a quarterback, it's always good to get in rhythm as the game starts, hit those first couple. And the last 2 games, he's thrown the ball very well. And he says, well, I'm used to starting. I'm in rhythm, so it's just making it so much easier for me.
2nd and 10 for the Chiefs. Straight drop for Gannon. Over the middle has Gonzalez. And a loose football picked up by the Broncos. First turnover of the game favors Denver Broncos. Ma'atanabasa. Just when the Chiefs had things going very well their own way, stopped the Broncos on their first possession.
They had the Chiefs had the Broncos a little off balance. Tony Gonzalez has a little trouble catching the ball off balance, and what happens is, as he tries to regain his balance, he leaves that football. He actually drops it without being hit.
Denver Broncos best in the NFL in the takeaway giveaway ratio. And you see the fumble problems that the Chiefs have had this season. Elway going to give it to Terrell Davis. Pick up of 2 on the play. Leslie O'Neal there for the stop for the Chiefs. It'll be 2nd down. And we welcome those of you who've been watching the game between the San Diego Chargers and the Washington Redskins, won by the Redskins 24-20.
Redskins are hot.
Here, each team has had a possession. The Chiefs have given the ball over on a fumble. And the Broncos now with 2nd and 8 from their own 36. Elway to throw. Under pressure, gets rid of it. And Terrell Davis out to about the 40-yard line.
I mean, it's early in the game, Greg. It's the 2nd possession of the Denver Broncos, but you can kind of see why the Kansas City Chiefs, we talked to the coaches and players last night, why they feel confident. They match up well against this Denver offense. They're hoping they can stop that, you know, that early barrage of points and yards that the Broncos always give to every team.
It is a barrage. The Denver Broncos have been a dominant first quarter team this season. Elway looking at a 3rd and 3 now from the 41. Make it to 40. Elway throws far side, incomplete. Mark McMillan with the play there on Willie Green.
Mark McMillan, number 29, small, but the one thing this corner can do, he can get his hands on the football. He reads the quarterback and routes as well as any corner in the National Football League. The problem with him always is his size and the fact that sometimes he's too aggressive and gets beat on those double moves for those long touchdowns.
Mark McMillan officially listed at 5'7", 155 pounds.
That's right.
Bruin loses the handle on the football. He goes down. Loose ball picked up by the Chiefs. They'll have excellent field position. So it's Kansas City football. And we welcome those of you who watched the New York Jets knock off the Seattle Seahawks 32-31. Tom Rowan, the Denver punter, just mishandled the snap from center on a punt attempt, and Kansas City with the football now at the Denver 26-yard line. Gannon to throw down the middle, has a man, touchdown. Andre Rison, and the Chiefs draw first blood.
Boy, the one thing you love to do, you're in the enemy's ballpark, you get a turnover, it's down in the position around the 25-yard line, go for the home run, try to throw a play that gives you a chance to score. On the first attempt, Andre Rison does a good job, just runs by Darian Gordon for the touchdown.
This is only the 3rd time this season the Broncos have not scored first in a game. Stoyanovich with the extra point. So Andre Rison, his 5th touchdown catch of the season. Rich Gannon has thrown on every offensive play so far today. This is a 26-yard touchdown pass.
Guess what? Susie Fetterman got sick, so I don't have to be the dumb dinosaur. I get to be the peacock.
Great. Peacock.
Want to get away? Southwest has your ticket to freedom. For only $99 or less, you can fly coast to coast when you purchase by December 16th.
You are now free to move about the country.
The new Acura RL has distinctive styling to appeal to your elegant side. A performance-tuned suspension to satisfy your assertive side. And a sophisticated front and side airbag system to protect both sides. The new RL from Acura.
Will she say, I love it? You shouldn't have. It's just what I wanted. Or will she say, nothing at all? The Diamond Solitaire Necklace. This Christmas goes straight for the heart.
A diamond is forever. De Beers.
Terrorists invade Washington.
We are prepared to die and take everyone with us.
Now the fate of America hangs in the balance. Don't miss Jags, CBS Tuesday.
Darian Gordon's the corner. Here's Andre Rising. If you look in the middle, there's nobody back there. So Darian Gordon must protect the inside. He just waits a little too long. Andre Rising, hey, surprised him with the speed. Perfect throw by Rich Gannon.
As we talked to Gunther Cunningham last night, he outlined one of the two things that the Kansas City Chiefs needed to do today. Number one, stop that opening drive of the Broncos, which the Chiefs did. The other thing is to get on the board first. Vaughn Heffron from the 7. To the far side, and knocked out of bounds just across the 25-yard line. An early gift to the Kansas City Chiefs. Tom Ruin mishandling the snap from center. They convert to a touchdown and lead it 7-0.
We gave it exhilarating performance and the ultimate in luxury. Because we believe a great luxury car should do more than just take people where they want to go. It should bring them to their feet. The new RL from Acura.
Know someone who could use a nice home improvement gift? The Home Depot has everything you need to fix up your holiday gift list. The Home Depot, the toy store for big kids.
Buy a Toshiba DVD player now for as low as $2.99 at Best Buy, The Good Guys, or The Wiz, and get 5 free DVD movies, plus 13 free DVD rentals from Hollywood Video or West Coast Video.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. The new 1999 TL, luxury, performance, pick 2, and by Norelco, put it to the test.
Welcome back to Denver, where it snowed a couple of inches last night, but the field was covered, tarp removed, not a sign of the white stuff on the field. As the Broncos take over, 1st and 10, 27, 10.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. And they trail 7-0. Terrell Davis hit back and brought down. Donnie Edwards, number 59, the first man to hit him, down on the sideline. Our man, Armin Katayan. Armin.
You know, Greg, Mike Shanahan had a conversation and a golf match with Dick Anderson, one of the stars of the 1972 Dolphin team that went undefeated, the only undefeated team in National Football League history. Shanahan said that he was acutely aware of the record. Anderson said that he was hoping that they would take a nice big run at it, but it really hoped that they wouldn't break it. He's very protective of it. Shanahan said he would be an honor to break the record. We'll see how close they get, obviously. Back to you.
All right, Armin. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11. Elway. Over the middle. In and out of the hands. Intended for Shannon Sharp. You know, there's no question those Dolphins are protective. We saw the comments last week of Bob Greasy, who said, told his son Brian, well, you know, I'd sure like to see you lose one before you get to the postseason.
You know, that's hard for a father to do, but that kind of just, I think, exemplifies how proud they are, and rightly so, to be the only team ever to go through the season undefeated and win the Super Bowl. So it's a great thing, and they're starting to get nervous, though, because the Broncos have gone so long without losing.
Minus 16 total yards for the Broncos. 3rd and long. Elway has Rod Smith, and that's going to be shy of first down yardage.
From what you could see so far, 3 Denver possessions, and you can just see the Kansas City defense faster, more aggressive, and stronger. That's why Denver get no yards so far.
3 Denver possessions, 3 and out each time. And Ruin, who fumbled the snap the last time, will try to handle this one before he kicks it away to Tamarick Vanover. Ruin gets this one away. Vanover is the 26. Trying to turn the corner, tucks it up, midfield, and Ruin pushes him out of bounds, but again, the Kansas City Chiefs will have terrific field position. 44-yard punt, 34-yard return by Vanover.
Tamarick Vanover, one of the strongest return guys in the National Football League. You can see it on every turn that time.
Here's the 90s way to trim a beard, the 1890s. Today, there's the new Norelco Beard and Mustache Trimmer. With 9 adjustable settings, Norelco gives you the look you want. Norelco, put it to the test.
Dandruff, psoriasis, scalp dermatitis. If you ask all the dermatologists listed here to recommend a therapeutic shampoo, Neutrogena T-Gel would come out #1. T-Gel works on all 3 itchy, flaky scalp conditions. Neutrogena T-Gel, it works.
The new Acura RL has distinctive styling to appeal to your elegant side. A performance-tuned suspension to satisfy your assertive side. And a sophisticated front and side airbag system to protect both sides. The new RL from Acura.
50,000 people are signing up for cell phone service today. You know what else? 148 million people are hooked up to the net. 7 billion emails are being sent. What's it all mean? There's a communications revolution going on, and one company is right in the middle of it all. Lucent Technologies. We make the things that make communications work.
In '96, red couples rallied Team USA to a remarkable victory. Now America's best battle the world's greatest golfers for the coveted President's Cup on CBS.
Brent Jones in the pregame show, he thought maybe today Tamarick Vanover could break a return against this Denver Broncos coverage team. The Denver Broncos have struggled this year covering punts. Mike Shanahan said we got to improve that. Tamarick Vanover healthy and doing a good job.
44-yard return tied their longest of the season, and there is the first running play of the day by the Chiefs. Kimball Anders for 9 yards, and it sets the Chiefs up for second and short yardage. Here's Jimmy Ray, offensive coordinator for the Chiefs.
Coming out throwing the Denver Broncos defense. Look, you've thrown the ball every single play so far. They're expecting pass. Good time to spring the run on, catch the Broncos defense by surprise.
Call it an 8-yard pickup and make it 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground, and again, this time now Bennett breaks free for first down yardage.
Isn't it something? Last night we're sitting in there, and of course, what did we expect when Kansas City came in to talk to us? I expected everybody to be down, you know, really unhappy about everything that's gone on. Instead, we found a confident, you know, team.
You mentioned body language.
Well, body language. Yeah, just Marty Schottenheimer wasn't complaining about injuries, what his team was doing. He was just looking forward to today's game. He thought they had a chance if they did certain things well.
From the 26, Gannon to throw on first down, far side, has his man, Derek Alexander, out of bounds, and another big gainer on first down for Kansas City.
Well, this is one thing you can do. When you're playing the Denver Broncos, you know, outside, Ray Crockett, look at that cushion. Derek Alexander, you know you're going to get a lot of single coverage to the outside, and if the quarterback and receiver, if they're in conjunction, they can make some plays. And Derek Alexander, heating up is right the last 5 games. Receptions for big yardage.
Derek Alexander told us last night he thought he could get some things done against this defense today. And now Rich Gannon calls timeout. The Chiefs use their first timeout of the day with 7:18 to play in the first quarter, and they lead it by a touchdown.
Excuse me, I just need to get my bag. Excuse me.
It's more than a car. It's a state of mind. The Accord from Honda.
Give your handyman the VersaPack Combo Pack. Cordless tools that give him so much power, it just may be too much of a good thing. Get the Cordless Combo Pack. Powered by VersaPack, built by Black & Decker.
I'm a CEO. I'm an engineer.
I'm a student.
We needed a server-based network, powerful workstation.
A notebook with DVD.
For 16,000 people. But what I wanted,
What I needed.
I couldn't find. Then Dell came to see me. So I called Dell.
I went to Dell on the internet.
And they built it. And they built it.
Just for me.
Just for us.
And amazingly enough,
This direct way actually costs less.
That's
genius.
Be direct. Dell. Dell computers use Intel Pentium 2 processors.
Our new Steakhouse Bacon Cheeseburger with its naturally smoked blend of Swiss and cheddar, bacon, and sauteed onions in the steak sauce has turned Wendy's into a first-class steakhouse.
Welcome to Wendy's.
Table up front. Dig in.
The FBI going global? You bet. Teaching crime-fighting secrets around the world. But should they be giving those secrets away? Eye on America, Monday on the CBS Evening News.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by American Honda, a winning lineup of cars, sport utility vehicles, and minivans, and by Taco Bell.
Back at Mile High Stadium, the first time these teams met, the Broncos led 14-0 after one period of play. Here, the Chiefs threatening to go in and to go up 14-0. 2nd and 2. Quick drop, Gannon, quick throw, complete. First down to about the 12-yard line, Tony Gonzalez.
Wow, Rich Gannon is in rhythm. He is on target. And during the commercial break, we were talking. Kansas City has come out here, and they've got Denver flat-footed. Rich Gannon, there you're going to see Tony Gonzalez, just a quick turnout, right to the chest. Good throw, good catch.
So it's now first down at the 11. A look at big tight end, Tony Gonzalez. Clock running at 6:45. That's Gonzalez in motion. Gannon to throw again. In and out of the hands of Kimball Anders. With 47 receptions coming into this game, Anders, the Chiefs' leading receiver.
Well, not something you see too often, Kimball Anders dropping the pass, but this time, what happens? Watch Bill Romanowski as he blitzes. Nobody's there to block him, and you can see immediately Kimball Anders turns, looks for the football. That's what you call a hot receiver. And Rich Gannon, you need all those little things to work well to keep your team in good positions.
2nd and 10, throws far side, has his man inside the 5, diving for the end zone, and a touchdown. Kimball Anders comes back to make the reception, 11 yards in the score.
What we're seeing is the exact opposite from the Kansas City Chiefs. what they did a couple of weeks ago in a Monday night game. They are coming out sky high and physically just taking it to the Denver Broncos.
We have a man down on the field for the Broncos, and that's Ray Crockett.
Watch, it's a blitz again. Bill Romanowski coming through. But nobody has Kimball Anders in coverage. Nobody from the secondary comes running up. The Denver Broncos, you know what happens? They expected Bill Romanowski's going to blitz. They thought Kimball Anders would stay in the backfield, pick him up. Didn't happen that time.
So Crockett, who delivered that hit and took the worst of it, is still on the ground, and now he's up and walking with help. Let's go back and take another look.
Well, you got a fullback, Kimball Anders, Ray Crockett, number 39. Kimball Anders running full speed.
Ray Crockett at 5'10", 185. Kimball Anders at 5'11", 225.
I think he did the right thing. Just throw your body in there. Don't think you're going to run over Kimball Anders when he's at full speed and you're coming at an angle like that.
But the Kansas City Chiefs have come out here and done what no team has done this season. And if they kick this field goal, Denver hasn't been down 14 points so far this year.
You know, Marty Schottenheimer's got a feel. You know, it's interesting talking to him last night. We talked about the losing and what's transpiring. He says, you know, I just didn't become really dumb all of a sudden. So we're going to get this thing turned around and get playing good football again.
Stoyanovich with the kick, and it's good. And if you are just tuning in, we don't have it wrong. It's a 14-0 lead for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kimball Anders running over Broncos and into the end zone.
The Civic from Honda. What about now?
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Hey, Gordita fans, grab a steak gordita, marinated slices of grilled steak, a blend of cheeses, all wrapped in pillowy flatbread.
What a shot. How'd you do it?
With the ELF. There's nothing to it.
What a camera. It's so small.
But the ELF 370Z does it all. With advanced photo system film. It's full of surprises, like a 3x zoom and 3 picture sizes. Have you seen all the ELF?
What a shot. From Canon.
Enter the Canon Super Sunday Sweeps at your participating Canon dealer and you may win a trip to the Super Bowl.
Doug and Carrie realize that marriage means communication.
That's correct.
The King of Queens, right after Cosby, CBS Monday.
Down by 14 points, not this year and not until now. It's a new feeling for the Denver Broncos and head coach Mike Shanahan. Stoyanovich to kick it away. 22, Vaughn Hebron is deep. This short kick, Hebron from the 10. 25, and hit and knocked to the ground by Eric Warfield, number 44. This reminder, coming up tonight on CBS, critics are calling The Christmas Wish a contemporary twist on It's a Wonderful Life. Debbie Reynolds and Neil Patrick Harris star in the Sunday movie The Christmas Wish. That's tonight, and it's here on CBS.
Greg, one thing we've noticed about Kansas City defense so far, James Hasty, the first couple series was shadowing Shannon Sharp wherever he went. This time it looks like he might go back outside.
First down from the 27-yard line. Elway, play fake, down the middle. Has Rod Smith wide open. To the 30, to the 20, and out of bounds just shy of the 15-yard line. 57 yards.
When you're going to take and put so much effort into stopping Terrell Davis in the running game, this is what happens. Rod Smith The safeties, you saw them come running up, trying to stop the run. Nobody back in the middle of the field to stop the long pass for John Elway. And that's why, when you're going to play this way, it puts so much pressure on your corners, James Hasty and Dale Carter. Hey, that time, James Hasty, he said he was expecting a safety to be deep in the middle of the field. Nobody there.
Now, at the 15-yard line, this is the area of the field that we saw the Broncos working on offense, specifically with Rod Smith.
Well, the one thing they do, the Broncos down here, when they get inside the 20, they have a lot of pass plays designed to take advantage of the defense right away. In other words, go right for the score, do something that's different that they haven't seen before in previous weeks.
Dale Carter, number 34, being helped off the field for the Chiefs. So Mark McMillan will be the corner in his place. James Hasty on the other side. McCaffrey in the slot to the top of the screen. Rod Smith is in motion coming your way. Davis, left side, blocking, inside the 5 and down to the 2-yard line. Reggie Tong made the touchdown-saving tackle after a pickup of 13 yards.
Well, Gunther Cunningham, the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, says, I don't know what it is about this guy, talking about Terrell Davis, but it always looks like he's just running downhill. Good example. He sees that hole, and he just takes it up in there. But watch Tony Jones, 77. He seals off Derek Thomas. Nobody on the outside. Howard Griffin can go up the field and block James Hasty. Nobody there for Kansas City.
First and goal. Elway, play fake, rolls, looks to the end zone and throws it away. He had Shannon Sharp coming across the back of the end zone.
You know, Craig, going back to that last play where we saw that run by Terrell Davis, that's one of the reasons why Derek Thomas has been taken out of the starting lineup at times, because he has a hard time standing in there and blocking and holding up against offensive tackles against the run game. And good example, just he gets crushed inside. There's nobody out there now to stop the running play.
Marty Schottenheimer told us last night it isn't a lack of heart on Derek Thomas's part, it's a size factor.
Well, when you're 260 pounds or 250 going against 320, I don't care how strong you are, it's hard to hold up to him.
Second and goal. Davis, touchdown.
Well, this is one of the reasons why they have the best running attack in the National Football League. Good blocking, good scheme. And when they get the opportunity, sometimes they'll just overpower you. And that's what happened that time for Terrell Davis and the offensive line of the Denver Broncos.
Jason Elam has been perfect this season in point afters and field goals, and he is still perfect. 48 out of 48 in the extra point department. Terrell Davis from a yard out, his 19th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos cut the Chiefs' lead in half.
Wow.
Check this out.
I got a bulb, but this will last you 2 years. Guaranteed.
Philips Halogena. Lasts 2 years guaranteed.
Here's Rod Smith. He's going to come across the field. Here's Reggie Tongue, number 25. He comes up against the run. Rod Smith goes right down the middle. Nobody back there. That's the big play, the big pass play that led to the touchdown for the Denver Broncos.
It was good for 57 yards. He set the Broncos up deep in Kansas City territory.
But that's going to happen today. That's why it's imperative that the corners for Kansas City, they need a great day, because those safeties, they need to take chances to stop the running game.
Elam kicks it away. Vanover from the 8. 20. 30. Knocked down at the 32-yard line. Dwayne Carswell, number 89, in on the tackle.
You can tell the Kansas City Chiefs are just fine. Did you watch the offensive line come out in the field that time for the Chiefs?
In a hurry.
They were sprinting out there. They want some of this. And that's what you need. You need spirit, determination. Hey, you're playing here in Denver against a team that hasn't lost. It's going to be an all-day battle no matter how well you play. So you got to keep bringing it to the Denver defense. You got them off guard a little right now.
Number 39, Crockett, is back at left corner for the Broncos. Gannon going to throw. Has all kinds of time. Throws this side, and that's complete just shy of the 50-yard line to Andre Rison, who makes his third catch of the day. This one good for 17.
And that's when you take advantage of this Denver defense. First down. Give them some play-action pass. That way it enables Rich Gannon a little extra time to throw the football. Because like Rich Gannon said to us last night, if you just keep dropping back, they have so many defensive linemen with speed, they're going to get to the quarterback.
First down from the 48. This one handed off up the middle. Bam Morris, and Morris moves the pile across midfield to about the 48 and the 47-yard line, maybe.
Now, see, that time Bam Morris, he just said, hey, I'm an offensive guard. And he just rammed it up in there and put the weight on him, and he just fell forward for the extra 3 or 4 yards.
You know, you kind of get the feeling that that run was just a little bit of a pause from what the Kansas City game plan is. The Chiefs rushed for just 31 yards in the last game against the Denver Broncos.
Well, what you need to do, you got to run it every once in a while so Rich Gannon can catch his breath so he can go back there and throw that ball again.
2nd and 5. Gannon going to throw that ball again. Has time, throws it complete to Gonzalez. Gonzalez stretching for the first down. Looks like he comes up a little short. Romanowski with the tackle, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Well, what I see so far, the play-action passes are really killing the Denver defense. Greg, you could see from up here, even though you didn't get to play quarterback in this league, that's what I pointed out.
I still have time.
Okay, but people are open down the field. That time, both receivers were open. Rich Gannon just didn't have the time to throw it down the field.
Double tight ends for the Chiefs on 3rd and 1. Gonzalez and Thompson. Straight ahead, first down yardage for Bam Morris. He needed 1. He got about 3.
Kansas City's offensive line has been beat up a little this year with some injuries. Look at number 68, Will Shields, pulling around there. Donnell Bennett going to bear, but Bam Morris, just a good job in those situations. As soon as you see a little daylight, hit it and pick up the first down. He did that time.
So once again, the Chiefs having no problem moving the football on offense. Clock continues to run. We're under 2.5 for the first quarter. Gannon to throw. Far side. Has his man. That's Thompson. And Thompson across the 35.
Well, if I was the Denver Broncos, I'd quit playing run, and I would play all pass and make Kansas City show me you can run the ball and beat us.
Well, you know, the thrust of what the Chiefs told us last night is that we aren't this bad a team. And who would have thought after this team started the year 4-1, they would lose 6 in a row? Who could see the Chiefs losing 3 straight games at home at Arrowhead Stadium?
Marty Schottenheimer said, I didn't think I would ever in my career lose 6 straight games. He said, hey, what it does.
Gannon on the run and throws it away.
What it does, I think it did Marty Schottenheimer just makes him appreciate winning even more. You know, as a coach and a player, sometimes you get a successful program, which Kansas City has had for years. Sometimes you just take this winning for granted, and you don't realize how hard it is to accomplish.
Well, you know, Marty's in a little bit of a quandary. I mean, we questioned him pretty good on his quarterback situation. You know, Elvis Gerbach went out early in the year with a shoulder injury, missed 4 games, and he said, I don't know what happened, but we lost something during that little period of time. Gannon and the Chiefs now looking at 3rd and 4 as the crowd comes alive. Gannon throws, complete. Crockett comes up with the hit on Rison. And that's close to a first down.
It's just short, and that's a really good mark by the official. About a foot or a half a yard short. That's where Andre Rison caught the football, and there's no question. You go for it in this situation.
Well, the Chiefs haven't had any problem moving the football.
This is a pass that everybody runs when they run the West Coast offense. Option right, inside receiver, goes down the field about 4 yards, goes out, throw it to him, try to pick up the first down.
Bam Morris, Donnell Bennett in the backfield. Gives to the first man through, and that's Bennett, and he's got the first down.
Boy, that's a good job of running the offense by Rich Gannon. They got the fullback. They're going to give it to him quick. There's no lead blocker. But what they did that time, they just came up the line of scrimmage. They got down quick, and he said, set, go. And the defense just didn't get a chance to really dig in there. Just how quick they ran this play, that was what really impressed me. They gave him a chance to pick up the first down.
You have to be impressed with these Kansas City Chiefs with time winding down here in the first quarter. Play action. Gannon. Time. Throws. Incomplete. And the penalty marker flies. Number 82, Derek Alexander, hit the ground as they approach the end zone in a tangle with Darian Gordon. Our referee today is Johnny Greer. Microphone problems on Johnny Greer, but the call is pass interference against Denver.
Good play call. Derek Alexander was on the right side of the football field. You can see Darian Gordon just runs through him. That is a penalty. Good call. But he's on the right side. He was just in a foot race across to the left. No defensive backs over there. Tough coverage by Darian Gordon.
First and goal for the Chiefs on the ground, and reaching for the end zone is Bam Morris for the touchdown.
Boy, Kansas City is emptying the bucket here in the first quarter. I haven't seen a play repeated yet. A lot of different play actions, a lot of different looks, and hey, the Broncos, you're playing defense. You're going up there just guessing what's going to come at you, and every once in a while they sprinkle in a little run by Bam Morris. Everything's working.
Well, the one thing that has come alive in recent weeks for the Kansas City Chiefs has been that offense. 71 points in their last two games, and with this extra point, they put 21 on the board here in Mile High Stadium in the first quarter. Stoyanovich right down the middle. So it is the 228th sellout here at Mile High Stadium. They're a little bit in shock. They're down 21-7.
To find out more about how people watch TV, we sent our experts.
Tune into the channel.
Both of them.
Come on, 40.
Ooh.
40.
The result? RCA TVs with Guide Plus Gold, the revolutionary on-screen guide that lets you find what's on faster and easier when you just can't wait.
Mike Shanahan may be looking for an answer to this Kansas City offense. You see that the Denver Broncos have allowed only 2 first-quarter touchdowns all season long coming in. Today they've allowed 3.
Well, 2 reasons. The offense, of course, at Kansas City has been terrific. But the thing that's probably caught most people off guard is the fact that Kansas City defense stopped Denver the first 3 times. Their offense 3 and out.
Over their last 4 games, the Broncos are allowing less than 12 points a game. Chiefs have blown right by that with 12 seconds to play here in the first quarter. This will be Hebron from the 10. Trying to get outside. 20 and just across the 25-yard line. And with 1 second remaining to be played here in the first quarter, the Broncos offense takes the field. We are within 1 second of that little factoid going by the boards.
Well, I tell you, every time we've had a shot of Mike Shanahan on the sideline, he's got that big play sheet of his, and he's devouring it. He's looking at it. The Kansas City defense has come out here and done a couple things a little different, and they're going to have it again this time. They're going to have James Hasty in on the inside. He's going to stay with Shannon Sharp. Here's Shannon Sharp. Look at James Hasty. He moves. They both move.
And Elway going to throw. And goes down at the 17-yard line. Second sack of the day by the Chiefs on John Elway wraps us up here in the first quarter. Chester McLaughlin got to him. We've played 15 minutes, and for the most part, it's been a Kansas City day. They lead it 21-7. Back for the second quarter after this.
It is more than a trial by fire. It is a rite of passage. And if you can master your fear, outsmart your enemy, and never yield, even to yourself, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
In our quest to learn even more about how people watch TV, we sent out our experts. Both of them.
Dandruff, psoriasis, scalp dermatitis. If you asked all the dermatologists listed here to recommend a therapeutic shampoo, Neutrogena T-Gel would come out #1. T-Gel works on all 3 itchy, flaky scalp conditions. Neutrogena T-Gel, it works.
Honey, I'm going to Staples to pick up a few gifts. Be back soon.
Attention shoppers, looking for the perfect gift? Well, check out aisle 3 for great prices on Sharp Mobile Organizers. And save on Panasonic phones. No, not you! You! Yes. And I, or any husband, would love one of those nice global chairs. I need a leather one. Get a leather chair!
For great gift ideas and over 7,000 items at guaranteed low prices at Staples. Yeah, we've got that.
Monday.
She's a lovely girl. Personality plus.
Personality plus what?
Becker on Blind Date.
There's a reason they named the blind date after a disabling condition.
Becker on a blind date.
I've seen Titanic 53 times. I feel like I'm actually on that ship.
Me too.
All new Becker, BBF Monday.
Kansas City Chiefs up 21-7. The Denver Broncos average 163 yards rushing. They're the #1 rushing team in the National Football League. They had 1 yard rushing in the first quarter against the Chiefs. The Broncos start the second quarter, 2nd and 19 from their own 18-yard line. The pitch to Davis. And Davis hits deep in the backfield. Dale Carter, number 34. And he has lost a yard on the play.
Well, that just tells you about the Kansas City defense right there. Dale Carter, the corner, he's out there. A pitch to Terrell Davis. He just goes in the backfield and just blows the play up.
That's Terrell Davis, who is looks like having a little bit of difficulty as he comes off the field.
Yeah, carrying about a pound aside in that helmet, too.
Derek LaBelle, number 31, replaces him.
You know, this Kansas City defense, they don't have any trouble being aggressive. That's, in fact, most of them, sometimes this year, they've been too aggressive. They open up big holes, and teams make big plays against them because of that.
3rd and 20 for Elway from the shotgun. All kinds of time. Throws far side. McCaffrey is there, and he is hit by Carter. That's short of first down yardage, though. For an NFL Today report, our first of the day, Jim Nance in New York.
All right, Greg and Phil, you'll be seeing this replayed all week. The Jets' controversial finish, 20 seconds to go. 4th and goal from the 5. Testaverde stopped short of the goal line, but after a long delay and in the pileup, he's able to move the ball across. The Jets are given the touchdown later and the win. Back to you.
Well, an officiating controversy, that'll be something new for a change. Mark Vanover deep for the ruined punt. Vanover from the 19. And a penalty marker flies. Whatever he gets on this, it'll come back. Joe Horn, number 84, thinks he had a good angle on his man. The official says otherwise. And Marty Schottenheimer also doesn't like the call. And it'll move the ball back on the Chiefs. This will easily be the worst field position of the day for Kansas City. Turn 84. I think we're going to get Johnny Greer a new microphone for Christmas. The clock has stopped. 13:32 to play in the first half. We're coming right back after this.
Get him out of there. Bust it up, boys. Let's go.
There's ordinary beer, and Then there's Michelob. Beer or Michelob?
Does a car have instincts? Can it anticipate the next curve? One car can make you believe it does. With patented steering and suspension systems, you have the agility to outsmart the most elusive of roads. And right now, you can lease an Intrigue for only $2.99 a month. For more information, call toll-free 1-877-36-LEASE. Intrigue from Oldsmobile.
Gosh, you know, I just went to use the phone. You say once you got back, your wife was gone.
Yes, sir.
Hello. What? Have you checked the hot enchilada?
Oh, no. Millicent got terrible heartburn.
Not this time.
What's that?
Looks like the remains of an individually wrapped Pepsid AC chewable.
Introducing Pepsid AC Chewables, the first chewable to stop heartburn before it starts.
Millicent? Is that you?
Start living heartburn-free with new Pepsid AC Chewables.
This week, deck your nights with lots of Dave and the season's brightest stars. Tom Hanks, Patrick Stewart, Jon Stewart. This week on The Late Show.
Well, Monday on CBS. If you're tired of laughing at your own family, try laughing at his. Kevin James stars with Jerry Stiller in the new hit comedy King of Queens. That's Monday on CBS. That Kevin can dance. You got to hand it to him.
Hey, he's got some rhythm. No doubt about it.
First down, Chiefs from their own 8-yard line, and they'll start it off on the ground with Kimball Anders. And Anders, a tough 3 yards. Make it Bam Morris, not Anders. And Keith Traylor in on the stop.
You know, the one reason why the Kansas City Chiefs want to throw the ball, we kind of said it, they want to spread this Broncos defense out a little, because when you just come out in normal formation, you're going to let Steve Atwater stay up near the line of scrimmage. That always gives the Broncos that one extra guy that you can't block in the run game.
2nd and 7. Cannon to throw. Has time, and now going to run. Brings it down shy of the 15-yard line. That'll be about a 3-yard pickup.
That was a good 3-yard pickup. Those are the type of plays that really make it very important in a football game. The difference between 3rd and 8 and 3rd and a long 3 or 4 are tremendous for a football team. Kansas City's offense probably has 3 times as many plays to call in this situation than they would at 3rd and 8.
The ball is at the 19-yard line. Gannon to throw on 3rd and 4. Under a rush and goes down. Ma'a Tanuvasa with his 8th sack of the season.
Tanuvasa, defensive tackle last year, moved to defensive end this year. Just overpowers the center, Tim Grunhard, and gets the sack that time. Usually he relies on his quickness. That time he caught Grunhard off guard, used his power, just overran him.
And now Louis Aguiar will kick it away for the first time today. Darian Gordon, fair catch at the 49. 44-yard punt, no return, and the Broncos offense goes back to work, trailing 21-7.
Thanks, Dad.
You can't do this with Caravan.
Thanks.
You can't do this with Voyager.
Thanks, Pop.
A little help? The Chevy Venture is available with a remote control sliding side door. So you can get more done and have more fun.
Now get the OnStar system and installation at no extra charge, a $1,300 value when you sign up for a year of service.
Chevy Venture. Let's go.
Ding dong. Oh, champagne's not for Belle. Uh-oh, gotta go. Ding dong. Oh, the champagne's not for Belle. Uh-oh, gotta go.
Corbel, official champagne of the Millennium Celebration.
In our quest to learn even more about how people watch TV, We sent out our experts. Both of them.
Waterburn, Australia, a true story. A man was prospecting behind his trailer home when he discovered a 61-pound nugget of solid gold worth $1 million. When it comes to retirement, you can depend on luck, or you can depend on us, Sun America. We specialize in retirement investments. Ask about our personal retirement portfolios, and don't leave your future to chance. Sun America, the retirement specialist.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Chevy Blazer. A little security in an insecure world. Citizen. Today more than ever, Citizen is how the world tells time. And by smooth, refreshing Michelob Light. Beer or Michelob.
Along with Phil Simms and Armin Katsay and Greg Gumbel back at Mile High Stadium, 11:25 to play here in the first half. Field position, well, you can see the Chiefs have had the advantage. Starting from their own 49, this is the best the Broncos have had all day. Elway going to throw. Has time, throws this side, incomplete, into the dirt in front of Howard Griffin.
You know, the fact that they just brought the Kansas City Chiefs or put James Hasty on Shannon Sharp, this creates a lot of problems, I think, for the Broncos. All the games we've done, how many times have you seen John Elway have a play-action fake, roll out a little, whatever, and nobody's covering Shannon Sharp? Today, he's got a guy that's faster than him covering him, James Hasty, and probably just as strong because James Hasty is one of the most physical corners in the National Football League.
2nd and 10. Quick drop, Elway over the middle, McCaffrey. McCaffrey looks for running room and gets buried short of the first down. Give him about 9 on the pickup.
Now what that does by putting James Hasty inside, that leaves Mark McMillan right here, 5'7", on Ed McCaffrey, who's 6'5". So that's a matchup that you'd like if you're the Denver Broncos. So whatever you had planned for Shannon Sharp, you got to rethink that and maybe bring it outside to Ed McCaffrey.
McMillan has just gone to the sideline and is replaced by linebacker Greg Faber. 3rd and 2. Here comes Terrell Davis. Left side. Cuts it back. Has running room and across the 30 inside the 30-yard line. 13-yard pickup brought down by Jerome Woods.
Watch Tony Jones, number 77, against 58. Darren Thomas gets him pinned inside. Lets Terrell Davis take it outside, then bring it back up inside for some extra yards.
That run leaves Terrell Davis 1 yard shy of 6,000 for his career. Davis. And he's brought down at about the 30 by Anthony Davis. Callum McDaniels also in on the tackle for the Chiefs. So he lost 2 on the play.
You know, the other thing, too, Greg, by playing 5 defensive backs for the Kansas City Chiefs, just more speed on the field. That enables them to run Terrell Davis down when he goes outside, and then when he cuts it back, it gives you more speed to chase him down again. So Gunther Cunningham coming up with a good wrinkle. Something you didn't tell us about this last night, though. I'm a little upset.
He told us about everything else.
Yeah. Though. A lot of fun talking to him.
3 wide receivers, 2nd and 13. Elway has Rod Smith. Smith inside the 15-yard line, and that'll be a Denver first down.
Well, this plan, it's contingent on that Mark McMillan can hang in there and have a good, solid day. The blitz comes. Everybody coming. Good job of pickup by the Denver Broncos. And John Elway, he knows he has 2 singles outside. He goes, I'm going to go Rod Smith against Mark McMillan. Mark McMillan does a good job of making the tackle that time. And Rod Smith, 3 catches for 80 yards today. He has been the hot receiver of late for the Denver Broncos.
Smith on the sideline as the Broncos go with 3 tight ends. Elway rolling, throws back to this side, and it's complete. No, out of bounds. Terrell Davis made the catch, but sliding out of bounds.
Well, it's a good call by the Denver Broncos. Instead of, this is almost like the throwback to the quarterback. Look, he fakes it to Terrell Davis. John Elway's going to roll to the right, look to the right, but he knows the whole time he's going back to the left side for Terrell Davis. He doesn't quite put enough steam on the ball, and you can see it. Terrell Davis let his foot slip out into the white. Watch it, the right foot. It is out of bounds. Good call.
The fans disagree. That's just for the record. We have a timeout on the field. 8:22 to play here in the first half. We'll be right back.
Outstanding timepieces are built to run forever without replacing batteries, but only one of these is smart enough to run forever. On any kind of light, Echo Drive from Citizen. Live at the speed of light.
Marty's here. Let's see a fuel injector for a Ford Pro. A starter for a Saab. EGR valve for a 74 Gremlin. Ah! See you tomorrow, Marty.
Pep Boys. Cars like us. People love us.
Hey, Mr. Internet Wonder Boy.
What?
Over here. Over here.
You think you got it all, don't you?
Well,
But there's this tiny little voice inside saying there's got to be something new, something that makes you want to stand up and say, yeah, baby, this is what I need. Yeah. Here it is. New Pepsi One. Massive cola taste, only 1 calorie. It's got it all. And you know what it's saying to you, don't you? No. Put down your mouth and curl up with me, baby, because I'm all you ever need.
I want that.
You want that.
I want that.
He wants that. Now you got it all, baby.
New Pepsi One.
Hey there. Now I got something here that's downright fun. My new popcorn chicken. Crunchy morsel of tender white meat. Popcorn chicken's back for a limited time. Try it, just $1.99. At KFC, we do chicken right. These days, everyone's trying to catch Nintendo's Pokemon. So catch a Pokemon beanbag for only $4.99 with any KFC meal. Catch all 4. Better hurry up. I'm starting my own collection.
The most comprehensive network coverage of the PGA Tour is on CBS Sports.
Watch Terrell Davis's right foot as the ball comes in. The right foot slips out of bounds. Possession of the ball. That is an incomplete pass. And look, you can see the headline. Well, you couldn't. There he is. The head linesman was looking at the out-of-bounds marker the whole way. Good job by the officials of seeing it.
And now the Chiefs have called a timeout. Their second that they have used up here on second down. And Marty Schottenheimer pacing the sidelines while we have this opportunity. We will remind you that Monday on CBS, Raymond's brother just moved into a swinging bachelor pad, and guess who's green with envy? Ray Romano stars in an all-new episode of Monday night's #1 comedy, Everybody Loves Raymond. That's Monday on CBS.
Oh, well, you can't have it all.
Both Mike Shanahan and Marty Schottenheimer has been working the officials pretty good. Nothing new to the officials.
Well, that's right. You know, you got to get it from everybody. And, of course, when Terrell Davis caught it out of bounds, all the crowd went crazy and wild. And it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. They're gonna boo when it doesn't go against their team.
Second and 10 from the 14. Penalty markers fly as Davis tries the right side and is knocked down at about the 13-yard line. Reggie Tung with the tackle. And this is going to go against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, John Elway, he gets about 10 yards in penalties every game by drawing the defense offside.
Offside, 75, defense. Still second down.
That's Chester McLaughlin.
That's an important time to do it. John Elway knows he can probably get away with it 2 or 3 times a game. It's second and 10. You're going in. It's a tough call. You got to run and play. You figure, let me try it right here. If I get him offside, second and 5, now you got run and pass as an option.
Second and 5 on the 9. Elway coming this side. On the run. To the 5. Just shy of the goal line. He is out of bounds. James Hasty ran him out.
good job by John Elway again. Terrell Davis is your running back. When you fake to him, that is makes the defense overcommit. It gives him a lot of room to run. And then John Elway does a smart thing. You know, if this is the Super Bowl, you duck your head and you go in there and score the touchdown. But it's early in the game. You're only down 2 touchdowns. Preserve yourself. Let Terrell Davis run it in.
First and goal from the half-yard line. Davis comes up short. No touchdown signal as yet.
We're down on the goal line. That was a very slow developing play. It took quite a while for Terrell Davis to make his mind up where to go. Watch how long it takes. You know, it's got to happen like now. There, two stutter steps in the backfield. That's too long. Kansas City defense, they react to it. Watch Terrell Davis. Left, right, left. Too many moves and you're down on the goal line.
He was ruled down before he made that second lunge. On second down, straight ahead. And again, he comes up short of the goal line. Kansas City defense digging in.
Well, you got a couple big guys inside there for Kansas City. Pella McDaniel's doing a good job. Tom Barton, and then you got this other guy, Chester McLaughlin, number 75. He is really creating some mess inside. 75. Watch the inside guys. Good jump off the football. They're in the backfield. Look at that. Kansas City just beating Denver to the punch.
Third and goal. This time into the end zone for a touchdown. Terrell Davis, his second of the day.
Something different, a little counterplay by the Broncos. There comes Dwayne Carswell inside for the block. Terrell Davis comes behind it for the touchdown.
So Davis gets his second of the day. Jason Elam on for the extra point. And Elam once again is perfect. So Terrell Davis is in gear. 2 touchdowns today, a mile-high salute. And once again, the Broncos pulled it within a touchdown.
Adamstown, Pennsylvania, a true story. At a flea market, a man bought a frame for $4. When he brought it home, he made a $2 million discovery, an original copy of the Declaration of Independence. When it comes to retirement, you can depend on luck or you can depend on us, Sun America. Ask about our personal retirement portfolios and don't leave your future to chance. Sun America, the retirement specialist.
Does a car have instincts? Can it anticipate the next curve? One car can make you believe it does. With patented steering and suspension systems, you have the agility to outsmart the most elusive of roads. And right now, you can lease an Intrigue for only $2.99 a month. For more information, call toll-free 1-877-36-LEASE. Intrigue from Oldsmobile.
Monday.
Could you hold the elevator?
Why is Ray hanging out at his brother's new place?
This is a fantastic apartment.
It's the swingin'est bachelor pad ever.
You haven't actually gone out with any of these women, have you? And if you have, please talk slow.
Everybody loves Raymond.
You have any sparkling water?
I'm married.
CBS Monday.
If you thought chivalry was dead, meet Sammo Hung and Arsenio Hall.
Anybody else?
Martial Law, CBS Saturday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Sun America, the retirement specialist, and by RCA, changing entertainment again.
The Terrell Davis touchdown has the Broncos back to within 7. It's 21-14. There you see the scoring drive. 10 played, 51 yards in just under 5 minutes, and Jason Elam to kick to Tamarick Vanover.
Vanover from the 3.
And hit hard at the 15-yard line and batted to the ground by number 89, Dwayne Carswell. Meanwhile, Terrell, 2 touchdowns today. You see his numbers, but the bigger picture. His first 4 seasons, wonder if they're paying attention back in the studio. He ties Marcus Allen for most touchdowns his first 4 seasons in the NFL with 58.
Marcus hadn't even been out of the league a year yet, and his records are falling. They go quick. But at least
you're cruel.
But at least he had some records.
Oh, yeah.
It tells you he was a great player, too. But in Kansas City's offense, they got to keep pushing it. They got to take chances. Even as good as their defense has played today, they still given up 14 points in the first half.
Gannon to throw. Far side, complete to Kimball Anders for a 1-yard pickup. We'll take this opportunity to remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll be sending you off to our New York studio for the NASDAQ Amex halftime report. Jim Nance, probably very depressed Marcus Allen, Brent Jones, and Mike Lombardi getting you caught up on all the action from this 14th weekend of the NFL season. It's coming up on the NASDAQ Amex halftime report.
No, Marcus doesn't get depressed about this. He's just worried about how his eye looks. Is my makeup on right? How does my hair look?
Am I clean?
Yeah, do I look good?
Clock running at 5:45 to play, and the crowd getting into it now for the Denver defense. Sam Morris tries the right side and gets maybe a yard on the play.
Well, that's what happens. We talked about it earlier. When you put that offensive formation, you put it in tight, that's when Denver's at its best. Look at all the people at the line of scrimmage. Clint Cadres blitzing through there, and then the speed of the Broncos defense just coming up and making the tackle.
So Rich Gannon looking at 3rd and long as we move towards 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Quick pass outside, complete, diving for the first down is Derek Alexander, but he's short. Darian Gordon with the tackle, and the Chiefs will have to kick it away.
Well, Denver, they set back in the first couple drives. That time, they attacked, blitzing. They made Rich Gannon throw the ball quick. That way, you just take all the pressure off of your defensive corners. They just got to make tackles instead of covering receivers down the field.
Aguiar, the kick to Gordon. Gordon at the 32. And down at the 35. So a 42-yard kick and a 3-yard return. Here's a look at Terrell Davis, who is now just 2 yards shy of 6,000 for his career.
You know, I think, what is this, the 5th game we've done this year?
With Broncos.
With the Broncos, 5th game we've done here, or with them on the road. But every game we do, Terrell breaks another record. It's a new record every time you do a Broncos game, so that tells you how great he has been in a short period of time in the National Football League.
First down Broncos from their own 35-yard line. And Elway plays fake over the middle, has his man at midfield. Rod Smith for a 16-yard pickup and a Denver first down.
That's okay. You know, if I was the Kansas City Chiefs, you just can't be disheartened when this happens. You have a chance. Boy, look at that. It goes right through the hands of Anthony Davis, and Dale Carter down the field had good coverage on Rod Smith.
Smith now on the sideline. The ball in Kansas City territory. Pushed him out.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 21, defense, first down.
Well, Terrell Davis, watch number 85, Willie Green, come inside. There's the block that really seals for him to get to the outside. Anytime a running back in the late hit by Jerome Woods out of bounds. I mean, watch this. He's out of bounds. Well, it's not as bad as it looked when I saw it in real, but he's out of bounds a good yard. You've got to be careful as a defender when the runner's near the sideline. It looks like he's going to give up.
Well, I thought Jerome Woods was in midair when Terrell Davis stepped out of bounds. Nevertheless, it moves the ball to the 13-yard line. First down, Denver. Elway lobs it. Touchdown. Elway ended up on his back, courtesy of Chester McLaughlin, but McCaffrey was in the end zone with the football.
Well, that time Eddie McCaffrey used every bit of his 6'5" reach to get that football. When it was let go, I thought there's no way he could catch that one, but made a good adjustment in the air, reached up and caught it with his hands.
Elam for the point. And we are tied at 21.
It's a blitz by the Kansas City Chiefs. John Elway has to get rid of the football quickly. And Ed McCaffrey going down the middle of the field, basically uncovered. Look at this, good move going underneath the defender. Gets under Jerome Woods to make the touchdown catch.
So McCaffrey, the 13-yard catch. Meanwhile, at the other end, Chester McLaughlin. Well, John Elway never saw it completed.
Oh, and Chester McLaughlin gets it. Well, Elway's happy. He says, hey, it's a touchdown, big fella. But that's good anticipation by John Elway. He saw Ed McCaffrey going down the field. He thinks he might be open. Chester McLaughlin comes in almost untouched. You anticipate where the receiver's going to be. You let it go nice and soft. Ed McCaffrey makes the adjustment for the touchdown.
So the Chiefs with a red-hot start, but the Broncos have come back. The Chiefs led 14-0, 14-7, 21-7. We're now tied at 21 with 3 minutes exactly to play here in the first half. This is Vanover from the 2. 25 and brought down just across the 30-yard line. Keith Burns with the tackle. Every defense tries to figure out a way to stop that man. Terrell Davis, 6,019 yards for his career. How fast? Pretty doggone fast. Fastest running backs to gain 6,000 yards is Terrell Davis in 58 games.
What I've noticed, the Broncos, they tried running inside a little early in the game. It didn't work. Good adjustment by them really quick. They're blocking the receivers down inside. Terrell Davis has been taking it outside.
Crowd now going to put a little pressure on Rich Gannon and the Kansas City offense. Gannon over the middle has his man. Number 82, Derek Alexander, hit hard by Crockett.
So when a team is picking you apart, which Rich Gannon did the first couple drives, you say to heck with this. So they've been pressuring the quarterback, really pressuring the Kansas City offense. That time when you catch the pass, Ray Crockett comes up and makes the hit immediately.
I believe Rich Gannon went a little bit Laredo on that delivery.
What is that?
I think it's a little sidearm.
Oh, a little sidearm. Okay, Laredo. Got to explain those things to me.
2nd and 5. Gannon throws, ball tips at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete, intended for Kumbalander.
This is one of those series for the Kansas City Chiefs, and as a player, you just got to find a way. The coaches, you got to call a play that somehow just gives your team a chance. Jimmy Ray, the offensive coordinator, gives you a chance to pick up that first down to quiet the crowd down and get yourself in some rhythm and, you know, help your own players out.
Well, the crowd comes alive again on 3rd and 5. Play clock is down to 1. They did barely get it off. Gannon throws, complete, great diving catch by Ted Hobson. No, incomplete now is called.
To me, it looked like he made a catch from up here. Let's watch it. Ted Popson coming down the field. Number 48 is coming down, going to hook it out. Good throw by Rich Gannon. And let's watch him. He catches it there. He gets his hands underneath, the ball to his body.
I'd call it a catch. Oh, there's a ball down underneath.
But it snuck out. That's why you're not an official.
That's just one of the many reasons why I'm not an official.
You don't look good in strikes.
Darian Gordon's going to let this ball bounce, and it takes a Denver bounce and goes out of bounds at about the 36-yard line as we hit the 2-minute yard line. Just a 29-yard punt, and Denver goes back to work on offense.
They pioneered Ethernet, and for the first time, computers could easily communicate with each other. Today, 3Com is making global impact across the full breadth of networking, connecting more computers in more companies in more ways than anyone. And at home, 3Com technology is the connection to the whole wide world. Where do you learn about the leaders who are making a difference? Exactly. NASDAQ Amex, the market of markets.
How's Max doing?
He's doing okay. So how long before Max can play again?
Well, the vet said Max will be back to his old self in a couple of days.
Even the interior of the Chevy Blazer was designed to make you feel at ease. A little security in an insecure world. Chevy Blazer, like a rock.
Great timepieces are built to run forever without replacing batteries. But only one of these is smart enough to run forever on any kind of light. Echo Drive from Citizen. Live at the speed of light.
How did we get this guy to take back all those nasty things he said about electric razors? By getting in his face for 21 days. The Norelco Reflex Action for an unexpectedly close shave. Guaranteed. Norelco, put it to the test.
When a doctor's son shoots another child.
Any idea where your son got a weapon like that? That's my gun.
It's a parent's worst nightmare.
I don't want to go to jail.
Chicago Hope, CBS Wednesday.
We remind you once again, coming up at halftime, we'll be sending you to our New York studios for the NASDAQ Amex halftime report. Jim Nance, Marcus Allen, Brent Jones, Mike Lombardi getting you caught up on everything that's happening this 14th weekend of the NFL season. That's coming up, the NASDAQ Amex halftime report. Broncos have a minute 54 to play here in the first half. They have 2 timeouts, and they have the ball at their own 36-yard line. Elway play fake. Lots of time. Down the field, McCaffrey.
Watch Ed McCaffrey, the fake to Terrell Davis again. Nobody in the middle of the field. He's going to go up, make a little move out, gets Mark McMillan going backwards, and then he cuts across the field. If John Elway leads him across the field instead of up, it's going to be a touchdown. And that's the problem for the Kansas City defense. Don't overreact to the run. When you do, Denver's going to go over the top.
46-yard pickup. First down at the 16. Back to the ground game. Davis left side and out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Watch what happened the previous play. Ed McCaffrey against Mark McMillan. Here he is down here. He's going to go down the middle. But look at the deep safety. He should be back there guarding against the home run ball. He sees Shannon Sharp come up the field, looks at the end cut up top, not paying attention to the deepest receiver. That is the primary goal of the deep safety. Always make sure you're deeper than the deepest receiver.
We have 67 seconds to play here in the first quarter. And on 2nd and 6, Elway wants a timeout.
You know, that was really, really good recognition by John Elway. That play where he threw that long one to Ed McCaffrey, that is designed to look for the tight end going across the middle to Rod Smith coming behind him. The safeties overreact. He sees that. It took him a while, then he throws over the top of him for the big gain.
Elway and Mike Shanahan.
I mean, Mike Shanahan was digging into that play sheet of his that you can see he's got in his hands, looking for things, looking to counteract what the Kansas City Chiefs defense did differently at the beginning of the game, and they have found the answer. Of course, I think it's always the answer. Fake it to Terrell Davis, throw it deep. I mean,
what a turnaround it has been here in the second quarter for the Denver Broncos. 119 total yards for the Chiefs in the first, 13 in the second. The same kind of turnaround to the positive side of the ledger for the Broncos here in the second quarter. 2nd and 6. Elway throws, end zone, intercepted. Mark McMillan. And McMillan out of bounds across the 10-yard line.
Boy, that's what makes Mark McMillan. Listen, he gives up some big plays, but I've played against this guy, and I've said it many times. You've got to keep your eye on him because he reads the quarterback. He takes chances. Look to your right. Number 29. He saw John Elway. He didn't even look at the receiver. And he makes a good adjustment to the football and a terrific catch. Reaches out with both hands and then picks it up and does the smart thing. Takes it out, looks to try to make a big play on the return.
Oh, can you think of a bigger play for the Kansas City Chiefs the way this second quarter has gone?
Well, that's what it's going to come down to. What we say at the beginning of the game. The corners will have to have great games for the Kansas City Chiefs to have a chance to win. Because they're going to put them in. They're going to put their corners in a lot of tough positions one-on-one down the field.
So Mark McMillan helps the Chiefs dodge a bullet. We are under a minute to play, and the Chiefs are just going to run it out.
You know, there's one thing. If you saw John Elway's expression after he threw that interception, he was a little upset because it's like a golden rule in football. When you're running inside, watch the top of your screen up here. When you're a receiver and you're running to the inside, if the defender's there, you must come underneath the receiver. That time, Rod Smith went to around the defender, and that leaves the defender between the ball. See that? He went around the defender. John Elway expecting to come inside.
And that'll do it for the first half. Gannon, Schottenheimer and company jumped off to a 14-0 lead. Exactly the thing that the Chiefs felt they had to do to have a chance here in this game.
Well, the Chiefs came out. They caught the Denver Broncos by surprise on both sides of the ball. But what is really, I think, the most terrific thing about the first half, Denver made better adjustments and got back in the game.
Our halftime score, 21-21. Coming up, we'll be sending you to New York in the NASDAQ Amex halftime report. Jim Nance and company will get you caught up on all the scores and highlights from today's action after these messages from your local station.
This week, deck your nights with lots of Dave and the season's brightest stars. Tom Hanks, Patrick Stewart, Jon Stewart. This week on The Late Show.
The address is CBS.
Welcome home.
This is a News 4 halftime update.
Hello, I'm Amy Sporer.
And I'm Bill Stewart. We'll return to the CBS halftime show in just a moment. No snow at Mile High Stadium today, but it sure is cool.
A look outside on our library cam shows it's clouding up, too. Sun this morning melted the snow that fell yesterday. It was warm enough to enjoy the skating rink at Fillmore Plaza in Cherry Creek North. This morning it wasn't too busy either, and a sweater was all you needed to stay warm.
Larry's here with us. The sun kept it a little warmer today.
20s and 30s around here today. That's not very warm considering the 60s and 70s we had around here last week. Let's go up to the foothills where it looked a lot more like winter. Here's a live picture this afternoon from the Evergreen Parkway exit looking up at clouds capping the mountains around that region. Clouds continue to roll around the state. Here's the latest on the satellite pictures. We have clouds rolling across the region. Another round of snow for the mountains tonight. But Denver, flurries at best, and we'll talk about that coming up in our forecast a little later.
Thanks, Larry.
Tonight, astronauts aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour face the toughest part of their mission, connecting the first two pieces of the International Space Station. Once the shuttle meets up with the orbiting Russian module, the crew must attach it to the U.S. component. But the astronauts will only be able to connect the two parts using a computerized vision system. The shuttle is expected to catch up to the Russian module sometime tonight.
Some of the Denver Broncos' biggest fans are kids, and they can take part as the Broncos chase history. We'd like to see your kids' drawings of the Broncos here on News 4. Have them draw a picture of today's game and send it to us tomorrow at KCNC-TV 1044 Lincoln, Denver 80203.
And Les will be in the locker room after the game, and we'll see you then.
Mom, when are we gonna get there? How many more miles?
Ever since you started traveling, it's been like this. You're left hanging with no idea what's going on.
That's why United Airlines provides up-to-the-minute information at the gate.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Especially when there's a delay. It's just one more way United is rising.
Hello?
Yes, we've got a new cellular plan with your prepayment of activation charges. Prime non-peak tape part minutes.
Cellular phone offers are not always clear. But ever since Sprint PCS built the only all-digital nationwide network, everything is clear, including the offer.
Hello?
Sprint PCS is now just $30 for 200 minutes anytime.
Wow.
Non-peak weekday minutes. You following me? Excellent. Now there are a few disclosures.
Sprint PCS, right now just $1 a day.
You have to dig deep to find the source of Intrepid's solid feel. Reinforced door openings, strategically placed steel beams, and an isolated suspension cradle all contribute to Intrepid's supple ride. Take away that sturdy foundation and you have, well, nothing. Dodge Intrepid. We're changing everything. Again. Lease Dodge Intrepid now for just $269 a month.
Chicken sandwich or burger? Take a dance with Lady Cluck. Okay, which one?
That one.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Wrong. Burger. You lose.
Eat chicken that looks like chicken. Introducing Subway's Chicken Fajita Sub, topped with Old El Paso thick and chunky salsa. Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
Denver Broncos and News 4, way to go.
Being the king of Queens.
Did you hold the elevator?
Why is Raymond hanging out at his brother's new place? Because it's the swingin'est bachelor pad ever.
You haven't actually gone out with any of these women, have you? And if you have, please talk slow.
Then it's Becker on Blind Date.
There's a reason they named the blind date after a disabling condition.
Becker on a blind date.
I've seen Titanic 53 times. I feel like I am actually on that ship.
Me too.
A brand new Becker, all part of CBS Monday.
CBS Sports presentation of the NASDAQ Amex Halftime Report is sponsored by the NASDAQ Amex Market Group, the market of markets.
Hi, everybody. NASDAQ Amex Halftime Report time. Jim Nance with you from the New York studios, along with Brent Jones, Marcus Allen, Mike Lombardi. Here it is, 21-all after a 21-7 Kansas City lead. Denver in pursuit of that NFL record-tying 18th consecutive victory. Is it going to get there or not?
Oh, I think they're going to get it, Jim, and this was the story of 2 quarters. The Chiefs had 119 yards in the first quarter, 21 points. Only 13 yards in the second quarter, no points. I think they've weathered, the Broncos now have weathered the Chiefs' best punch. They're going to come out and hammer them in the second half.
All right, elsewhere in the NFL today, Miami and Oakland, and Donald Hollis has thrown 2 touchdowns to the Dolphins. They've run back 2 scores, and Miami's winning big on the road. Ravens, 5 possessions, 5 punts, 43 total yards. Giants on the year, 0-7 when down at halftime, and they're down 7 right now. Earlier today, Seahawks with a 31-18 lead going into the fourth quarter just have their heart ripped out on a late call. Joey Galloway was the story in the first half. John Kitna twice hooked up with him for long touchdown scores, and it helped Seattle race out in front with that big lead. And, well, you couldn't keep quiet about this, though, at the end, folks. Nope, this is something we'll be replaying all week. 4th and goal from 5 yards out. Testaverde clearly stopped short, but it was ruled a touchdown with only 20 seconds to go.
I saw the guy on the right signal immediately. So I kind of thought that he was in. The guy on the right, on our right sideline, on the goal line, signaled immediately. So a touchdown. And look at that on the film.
You know, to lose it on a play like that at the end is just totally disappointing. That just makes you sick.
And sadly for Erickson, it may in fact be a loss that will cost him his job by season's end. They would have otherwise been in the playoff chase. What are we going to do with all these calls? Phil Luckett was there, the man from CoinGate. He was the official there today, just oddly enough as well.
Well, he is definitely having some trouble, but I really feel like people have been saying we've got to have replay back next year. Baloney, we've got to have replay back next week. Too many errors. It's getting worse. It's not getting better. Bring back replay right now.
Let's fly them all to the O'Hare Hilton this week, convene, and get this thing done now.
You and I will pitch in our air miles.
I've got some frequent flyer miles.
Let's do it.
Cash
Let's do it. We got to get this thing right.
We'll even fly in first class. All right, earlier today, New England and Pittsburgh, and the Steelers' offense has managed only 2 touchdowns in the last 14 quarters, and the Patriots overturned the loss in last year's divisional playoffs at Pittsburgh. And watch Bledsoe shred them today for over 300 yards, and Terry Glenn, a New England record, 199 yards receiving and this 86-yard touchdown. They're surging now. They've won 3 in a row. And Buffalo gets back in the win column. Flutie and Moulds again today.
Watch Eric Moulds here. Lowers his head. He thinks he's a fullback. Boom! I think they broke some molds when they made this guy Jim. Excuse the pun, but he breaks Cincinnati's back right here with a 70-yard touchdown pass.
The bags are out in Cincinnati. They've lost 8 straight. The Bengals have. Meanwhile, Jacksonville won with his backup quarterback. Just the second play of the game. Brunell out with a sprained ankle. Jamie Martin takes over. Throws 2 touchdown passes, including this one to McCardell. Jacksonville now has 10 wins on the season and 6-0 at home. Hey, Atlanta was down 14 to the Colts, and Marcus, they came storming back.
Everyone in the house thought it was a run, but it was a flea flicker. Here's Tony Martin, perfectly executed play, touchdown, beautiful thing.
First time ever, Atlanta beats the Colts. All right, San Francisco wins at Carolina. They got Garrison Hurst breaking 171 yards for a touchdown. Looks a lot like the long one he broke against the Jets in the first week of the season. But in overtime, they go on to win it. Casey had a chance to win it for Carolina at the end of regulation, but missed the field goal. And the Saints over Dallas big today, Michael.
Yeah, Jim. Kerry Collins took advantage of that Dallas secondary. Kevin Mathis gets burned by Andre Hastings for a touchdown. Every team that played on Thanksgiving so far has lost. New Orleans defense did a great job today.
And the Redskins' winning touchdown pass to Leslie Shepard came with just 1:54 remaining in the game. And the NFL on CBS will continue in just a moment. One more look at the tying touchdown pass.
CBS Sports presentation of the NASDAQ Amex halftime report is sponsored by the NASDAQ Amex Market Group, the market of markets.
Monday, a doctor's pregnancy
I'm so happy about this baby.
becomes a medical emergency.
Call an ambulance.
Now she'll face a decision
You're putting your life at risk. I know exactly the risk that I'm taking.
no woman should have to make.
What?
On an all-new LA Doctors CBS Monday.
His mama watched him fall. His mama watched him fail. But she gave him praise for trying and words for growing. Johnny, hold your head up. Johnny, spend your gifts. Johnny, all your talents, no greater than your grit. And on that bright day, when her boy drove till he won, he was no more and no less her son.
People give because they care, but you never care as much as when it's your own child who's been diagnosed with an affliction like cerebral palsy. Hi, I'm Dave Zive of the Kansas City Chiefs. This is my wife Andrea and our son Shane. I know we're going to make it just fine, but I'm asking you to help the many children and parents who can't make it on their own. This is one way that United Way is solving people's problems, one step at a time. The NFL, the United Way, and you, the power of teamwork.
CBS Sports presentation of the NASDAQ Amex halftime report is sponsored by the NASDAQ Amex Market Group, the market of markets.
The Denver Broncos, looking to stay perfect on the season, have a battle on their hands, tied at 25-21, and CBS Sports coverage of the NFL continues after a word from your local station.
The address is CBS.
Welcome home.
Want to tell me why you were driving backwards, pal?
I'm just bringing home some Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza. The pizza you eat backwards. I'm not in the wrong here, am I?
You're getting a warning.
What?
It's the pizza-powered PlayStation giveaway. Right now for $9.99, buy a large one-topping Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza and get a PlayStation demo disc with cool games like Crash Bandicoot Warped and more, and a chance to win $200,000.
So long, coppers!
For delivery in Metro Denver, call 751-1111.
Hertz Local Edition is growing, so we're listing our neighborhood locations where you can rent a reliable car for a local rate. If we don't have one in your neighborhood, call us. Maybe we'll put one there.
Hertz Local Edition prices are really low. This is our 3-day weekend special. Incredible, huh? There's only one catch. You have to give back the car.
In some remote mountain areas, you'll come across sandstone, limestone, or perhaps a major milestone. Introducing the all-new, totally redesigned Jeep Grand Cherokee. With more power, more safety, and more on- and off-road capability than ever before, it's a new milestone in sport utilities. Now, lease the all-new Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $359 a month at your Jeep dealer.
This holiday season, McDonald's is celebrating Disney and Pixar's A Bug's Life with 6 Chicken McNuggets for only 99 cents. There's no...
Heimlich! Look what you've done!
I was hungry!
How am I gonna get us out of this one?
Who said there's nothing good on TV?
6 McNuggets for just 99 cents? Did somebody say McDonald's?
Denver Broncos chasing history with News 4.
Welcome back to Mile High Stadium. Greg Gumbel along with Phil Simms. 21-21 as we get set for the second half. This has been a game of momentum shifts.
A lot of changes, and I think in the second half, Kansas City, they got to continue to find ways to really push the Denver Broncos. You're going to have to score a lot of points to win this game. The Kansas City Chiefs do, so you've got to take some chances, I think.
22 straight victories here at home, regular season and post. That's what the Broncos have put up. That's part of what's at stake. And the first team that'll get a chance to show a little offensive momentum, the Chiefs, they'll receive the second half kick. Mark Vanover, who has threatened to bust a couple of returns today. Is deep for the Chiefs. Vanover at the 2. 15, 20, 30, and outbounds at about the 35-yard line. Let's go down to the sidelines, and Armin Katayan. Armin.
You know, Greg, I talked to Marty Schottenheimer coming off the field. He said with 21 points, I would be a lot happier if we had the lead. We're giving up too many big plays on defense. As for Mike Shanahan, he said we were surprised early on with some of the defensive packages that they threw at us, but he said we found our rhythm.